Hey there, so today we have another review. This is courtesy of Ryan from Roaring Table. This is Secret Beach, German-style Hefeweizen. They use Weizenstefan yeast in here. So for best results, gently rouse the can. Okay, so we'll do a little bit of light rousing. What's the guy coming at? I've never seen that actually. 5.25% instead of like 5.2 or 5.3. Interesting. Very interesting to see them do Hefeweizen, a style that, again, it's so good on the shelf. I mean, like, it's so hard to beat. Weizenstefan and Einga, like, it's, why even bother? But why not try it out? Especially if you're going to do all the geeky styles too, right? So, beer looks pretty good. I feel the head is usually a little bit more tight. I'm surprised why it's subsiding so quickly. Usually the style is like so carbonated and so head retentive. Yeah, but looks pretty good. I mean, it's beautiful haze on it. Excuse me. It has that color that I'm associating with Hefeweizen. I've found that Hefeweizens, especially American versions, come off a little bit light. The German versions like have like a color to them. Like they come in this kind of like medium deep gold color, from what I've noticed, like at least a medium gold color. And they even get darker, especially like Einga, which is like quite dark, but looks pretty good. Wonderful haze on it. Smells iconic. I mean, I mean, when I'm going through Cicerone and all this stuff, I always wish there's a Weiss beer on there because like it's just so freaking distinct. I mean, and this one smells real proper. I don't get too much of the bubblegum, but it's definitely banana forward, clove forward. A little bit of the bubblegum on the back end, but just all those three like top notes that you get. So one of the great things about Hefeweizen is that there's this combination of the flavors with that creamy head that I think sort of like a defined style. You just want that like fluffy head, like right, like I shouldn't have been able to pour this much beer. At how aggressive I poured it, it would have been ideal like this much beer and this much head, and just get that like moussey foam. That moussey foam with the flavor characteristics of Hefeweizen works great. Here, obviously, we don't have that. But yeah, it tastes like German style Hefeweizen. Pretty standard. Honestly, like great fermentation. It's a really nice balance of like being a little bit banana forward, not too banana-y, wonderful balance of clove. It sits in line with like the traditional German styles that I'm familiar with. I don't find any of the ester phenols too under or too over, right? It's just right in that range. I assume they're not, well, it's not bottle conditioned. When you're bottle conditioned, you're able to push a beer to what they're pushing at, like 3.5 volumes of CO2. This definitely can't be there, right? So, very tasty. Full blind without the issues of like, or not the issues, but like without the characteristics of like what a bottle conditioned Hefeweizen tastes like. Mouthfeel and carbonation. If you just gave me this, I would have guessed that you just poured out a Hefeweizen, let it sit for 5 minutes, and handed it to me. And that's a great compliment. Like that, this tastes straight up out of Germany. So, I honestly, for the longest time, hated the style. Slowly growing towards it, especially when you have like, again, what I'm complaining about, the head, the high carb, I'm liking it. What got me into it is that this really is almost like hazy IPA light without the hoppiness, but you get similar characteristics with the fermentation. But the mouthfeel's still right there, right? So it's like got a little bit, and the yeasty thing going on. Anyway, 91. That is Secret Beach, Roaring Table, Crusher Beer, 5%, fantastic taste to it. Again, the biggest compliment you can give to a beer is that like you're hitting the specs on what I would find in the flavor profile of a actual German Hefeweizen. So until next time, cheers. Fantastic stuff, 91.